Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to do a scheduled export from an Airtable spreadsheet, base, grid view, whatever you want to call it. So let's say we have this Airtable view where it's a spreadsheet, we have a bunch of columns, we have name, added at email, maybe these are leads to your website you've been getting through your form, and you want to export this daily, maybe a report like a CSV sent to email to somebody or sent to Google Drive or Dropbox or something like that, or you want to send the data into BigQuery or Zapier or whatever. So what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the grid view and we're going to download a CSV version of this. This is going to help us set up our automation in Easy CSV. So let's go back to Easy CSV. You're going to click to create a new import page in Flow, and you're going to drag that CSV version from Airtable right here. And Easy CSV will grab the column names, right? Name, added at email, column labels. You might not have this import page name if it's your first import page. I've made a bunch, so I get to name this right here. You can always change the name later. So we're just going to say we want to export new leads daily and maybe email a CSV to somebody. Click next. This is where you can choose the destination. You can choose, send an email to yourself, which I'm doing. You can send it to Box or Drive or Dropbox or Zapier if you want. Maybe Zapier, you want to run some automation there to check if the emails are legitimate, and you can send it in BigQuery, whatever you want. You can parse it and send it, put it in a database. So we're just going to email ourselves a new file because it's easy. When you land on your import page, this is just a page where you could drag the file if you ever need to. The real magic's in this import flow up here at the top. The top kind of shows how easy CSV can get files. In our case, we're going to set up a scheduled fetch of the data from Airtable. The middle is the configuration. These are the columns you've told Easy CSV to pull. You can have us ignore other columns. You can filter data, take out bad data you don't want. You can massage data. Maybe the data is in a weird format, or you want to combine first name and last name into one field of the final CSV. You can do that with virtual fields. And then the bottom is the destination. So let's put in our email to send ourselves the data. You can specify the file name here with the date if you want. We have a special syntax. Which you can look up the special syntax here that is, supported. We have a bunch of different options. Click Save. Cool. So now if I drag that file here, email me the exact same version of the file with a new name. But we want to set up our scheduled fetcher. So you can click Scheduled Fetcher here, or you can go to the import flow and click here. It's the exact same destination when you click there. You can specify how often you want to fetch Airtable. Maybe you want to fetch every 4 hours for yesterday's data. That's fine, so it's always up to date. And the next day it'll make a new file. We're going to say where does the data you want to fetch and import. We're going to say Airtable. If you haven't connected Airtable, you're going to see a button here that says Connect Airtable. So connect that. You'll go to Airtable. You'll say give Easy CSV permission to see either a particular base you want us to see, or you can say all workspaces and future workspaces, whatever you prefer. And then when you come back here, you'll see all these drop downs. So I'm going to say new leads, right? My base is new leads and my table is leads. You can specify a view name if you want. And in our case, I don't have to because there's only grid view. You have to set a time zone. This is to help when dates and times are pulled. The dates and times in Airtable are stored in a unified way. So when you pull it, you want to tell Airtable what you want the times to look like. So we're in Chicago, so I'm just going to leave it Chicago. And now you have this page. This is your fetching page. So it'll give you a log of when things were fetched and if it was successful or not. The fetcher is on immediately. So you can click Edit if you want and turn it off. Up to you. And then you can test by force fetching. So let's force fetch. That's going to go to Airtable. It's going to put in a queue. It's going to go to Airtable and download it. And you see this would be the email it sent me. And if you refresh this page, you get a log of a forced fetch, if it was fetched successfully or not. If it's scheduled, it would say it was scheduled fetch here. And so you'll get a log of just the fetch. Then what happens is it sends it through the import flow, right? And it'll filter and add virtual fields if needed. It'll make a new file with the file name and then email it to you. If you go back to the import page at the bottom, you see another log of the actual flow. After the fetch, how did the flow go? Did everything get filtered okay? Did it make the file okay? Did it go to the destination okay? And in this case, it did. So it sent us this email with this file attached. Let's see what it looks like here. Yep, looks just like you would expect from Airtable. It has all 3 columns here. But let's say we want everything for yesterday. Like we want new leads from yesterday. We don't want Big Bob, that's today. So let's do something real quick. Let's go back to the import flow. And I'm going to filter just for, this date added column. I only want yesterday. So yesterday would be these first 2 records, John Doe and Jane Austen, not Big Bob. So let's do, I want to only import a spreadsheet row if the added at column is yesterday. The date time format that we're getting from Airtable is month, day, year. This could be different if you are in Europe. Just look at what's coming back from Airtable, because it was a decision you made when setting up your Airtable base. It could be day, month, year. It's kind of up to how your base is. And so you need to give it the original format, which is month, day, year, and you want to say what the date is. So we only want to import rows for yesterday to make this daily file from yesterday. So click Save. So now we should be able to fetch again. It should filter out Big Bob, because that's for today. We only want to report for yesterday. So we'll go back to the fetcher. We'll force fetch one more time. It might take a second, so it just fetched it again. If we go back to the import page at the bottom, we have a new one, and you'll see that 2 out of 3 records are imported, 1 was filtered. So now if we go look at the file that we were emailed, you'll see it does not have Big Bob. It only has yesterday's people. So if you need help setting anything up, just reach out to Easy CSV support via chat or email. We're happy to help. If there's things we can add, sometimes we add really easy stuff for you. If you have any trouble getting data from Airtable, let us know. But now you're at a point where you can go to Turn On, Edit, and turn this on, and now it'll run every day at the specified time. And you should be good to go. Thanks.